Hello everyone, Jurassic here, and I have returned after a very long hiatus. But I'm back, I'm new, and we're gonna work on the new Jurassic World Rebirth figures coming out already. And I just want to do a few reviews. I'm not gonna stay and do a lot, considering I don't really have an income and I just get these whenever I could. So bear with me on that. And so far as the moment of this release, the figures are not out yet, or at least the moment of recording this. Actually, it's the 19th, 20th, I don't know, but I'm almost there in just a few weeks. But I saved enough and I will get some of them. I already have 2 figures already. I have this one, which I'm going to review today, and then later I'm going to make a video reviewing this one, so wait on that one. But for now, we are going to focus on the wild roaring, whatever, something like that, Utahraptor. And man, oh man, am I just excited for Rebirth already. The freaking Spinosaurus is back. Alright, let's get to it. So we get the pass of the packaging, which is a nice packaging. I can already see some. It's basically a jungle style again. More dinosaurs in the jungle. It's not too bad. I see a lot of people complaining about that. But over here we got the back of the box with the Utahraptor right there. There's also the scan code, which I have not been keeping up on that. Then we got more dinosaurs down there. We have the Baryonyx, Myosaurus, and the Utahraptor, none of which I've not seen because I didn't order. I didn't buy the rest of them online. I bought on stores. I bought this one online. The Eos Triceratops is from online, but you get the idea. But already you can tell that in this packaging style, it is a lot better than that of the new one. And I do love the new coloration on this raptor, this Utahraptor. And I'm gonna compare it to the old one. I have yet to see anyone compare this to the original Kenner, so we're gonna go to that and we're gonna get this guy out of the box. Alright, so out of the box already, and this figure is already very promising. I will say I do love this coloration a lot. Like, I love the brown feathering, orange feathering, and then the black on the muzzle. I always prefer whenever they have like added black into it, it would be mostly on the muzzle. So which means the skin on the creature is very dark, very jet black. There's no paint work on the claws, unfortunately. But I could probably add that on post. So yeah, you got the Utahraptor right here, which is honestly very cool that we're finally getting a Utahraptor figure after who knows how long. I don't remember the last time. Actually, I think the last time we ever got a Utahraptor in any Jurassic media would probably have to be the Lost World one, which that came out in 1997, so this is well overdue. And this is not even comparing to the one that came out back in 1994 for the Series 2 line, which, by the way, I have right here. Now, some of you probably remember an old short I made for Jurassic June back in 2022 about me showing the Utahraptor. So here it is, and I will do comparisons on those soon. Right now, we just want to acknowledge one thing. This thing is electronic, so that is also a plus. So now that it's electronic, I will get into the sounds on that. Now, the function of this is very similar to that of, I think, one of the lines previously. But besides that, I think what you just mainly do is just hold the tail. And honestly, I think that's a good thing, because now that the scan code's down here, we don't have to do that weird lifting up thing that they did a few years back. I'm kind of glad we're back to the basics again. But yeah. This is the roaring features. Now, you can just also lift the tail up, but you can also lift it down to get a chomping motion, as you can see right here. As far as I'm aware, there's only 4 sounds to cycle through, and that's pretty fine as is. One thing I do wish is that they had the mouth closing. That's optional. I know some figures had that before, but it's fine. Honestly, for a figure like this is very well made. It's a lot better than that of the Utahraptor, I'll tell you that. The Utahraptor didn't really look that well on the face, and the feathering and the way they had it designed. I think Mattel is actually doing a much better job in feathering than it did before. The bottom side featherings don't look very good. But the tail right here, this actually looks pretty cool if you can see right here. They did a lot better job on feathering than they did back then. The Ceratosaurus obviously was a feathered dinosaur too, and that one had okay-ish line. I will say the Utahraptor is a lot better than this, than the Utahraptor. The Utahraptor, I meant. Sorry. It's been a while since I last did a review, so excuse me on wording and shoot. But yeah, claws are not painted, but one thing I do really love about this figure is that the arms are like this soft rubber. I've been liking that they're doing these rubber features on it, because that means you can get some really sharp details without sacrificing stability to it. And that's how we got like these teeth right here too. They're nice and sharp. That is nice. That is very nice. But of course they're not plastic. They are rubber. So adding rubber into this not only makes this nicely flexible, but also keeps a nice looking shape into it, as you can see here. Because if you look at that of the Utahraptor, it looks very bland, mainly because the whole thing is solid plastic. So adding into that just makes this figure 100 times better than any of that. Alright, I think now we can do the final comparison. I'm not going to do any other comparisons, this is not going to be like a full-time review, but let's get this Utahraptor here with this previous Utahraptor. I think I had the arms like that. And as you can see, they are much larger compared to that of the new one. But this just shows the dynamic of how many times we've had like the Utahraptor in the series. And being the first one in such a long time, it's really astounding. Honestly, Mattel has been blowing away with these dinosaur figures recently. Of course, there are some that are very cartoony, but other than that, they are still looking amazing. And honestly, if I had to compare these two, I actually prefer the Mattel Utahraptor, not just because it's more scientifically accurate, as during the release of Jurassic Park, Utahraptor was just discovered. It was literally a year old when its toy was made, but this was the Utahraptor we had back in the 90s. It still looks like the Jurassic Park stuff, but with the modern look of the Utahraptor with that box-shaped skull snout as they really did had, this is honestly a really cool figure. And honestly, I'm very happy for getting an electronic raptor that isn't just an oversized blue like those old Hasbro has-been ones. Honestly, this is just 100 times better than the original. Would I say it's more valuable? I say not as much, considering this is rubber, and of course this is like very rare to get since it was a Series 2 line, and most Series 2s never really went outside the US. But this guy, he's a good stand-in for it, and honestly, he's really well made. I will say that. If I can get another one, I could probably make like a little group of them. But other than that, I really do love how the way this figure is, and I'm just dragging this review on much more than it should be. But yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for now. So I hope you guys like this review. It's not as much as I used to do back then, but I'll try my best. I really do recommend this figure if you guys can get it when it comes out back in June 1st. And I do hope it doesn't become very rare, because I really do want to try getting another one of these because it's just really cool. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Peace.